Welcome back to Wreckfest. You join us today as we continue on in the regional juniors. So we're still waiting to get out of this first championship. We're currently on 955 points out of 1,200, so 245 points needed. So now we want to focus on races we score 0 in currently to try and get us through this final hurdle. So to start today's episode, we're looking at the Mower race challenge, Settle It in the Dirt. This is at Bloomfield Speedway with the figure of 8 configuration. And of course, we're on the lawnmower, so there's no changes there. The lawnmower currently has a personal best of 20.716 for this track and this configuration. Can we do better today? We need to. We need some points, so let's give this a go. We're ready, and we're off. Okay, on the outside to start, we need to try and get under this harvester as quickly as possible, get away from it and stay away. Really nice up the inside there. Gained a few positions, up to 7th now. First place is the only thing that's needed here to score any points, so anything else is not good enough. Currently up in the 6th, trying to hold it around the corner there, taking it quite nicely, but losing a little bit of time to the car's head, but gaining it on the corner. Still in 6th place and holding our own pretty well. All the cars ahead of us are the ones we need to overtake, but everyone's within our sights. Crossing over the crossway there and not getting hit, which is a bonus. Slight contact there. They kind of went off after hitting us. Up to 5th now. 4 cars to try and get in front of. Harvester coming through, narrowly missing the back end of the harvester there, but pretty well done there. Trying to hold it, getting overtaken as we kind of get a bit high on the inside, but gain it back in the 5th place. No worries going through the crossing. Still losing a bit of time to the cars ahead now. It's going to be a struggle, I think. 3 laps to go to try and get past these final 4 cars. As we're currently in 4th. 1 car must have blown up. Didn't see what happened to him. But in 4th place now. And we go up the inside of 2 cars there. Double overtake. Takes us into 2nd. They're coming back at us though from behind. Trying to hold it around the corner. Spinning the wheels. Trying to drift. Getting around nicely. We are currently in 2nd place of 16. With 2 laps to go. This is going to be close. We could do this. Harvester's coming up though in our way as we lap the harvester. Just got to hold it. Stay away. No, he caught us there in the head. A little bit of damage, but we're okay. Luckily, he didn't manage to take us out. We're now on the tail. Getting a bit caught up there. We're on the tail of 1st place and really getting out of shape as we try and overcorrect after the mistake on the corner. We now drop down to 3rd. We're being challenged from behind. Final lap now. We've still got a chance, I think, of 1st place, but it's going to be close. 3rd currently. 2nd in our sights. Trying to hold around the corner. Can we do a better corner? A bit out of control there. Managed to hold it in the end, but it's not going to be enough. We're not going to manage to get 1st place and gain any points. Instead, we're going to go across the line in 3rd place of 16. That was frustrating. But we do set a new personal best of 20.577. We had that. I think if we hadn't got hit in the head by the harvester, I think we would have done it. That kind of killed our momentum. We made a few mistakes as well, which didn't help. So, we're going to go again. There's no point not doing it again. We've got no points in this series, so we need some points. So let's try again. Okay. Off we go. Not as good a start as the first race, I don't think. Going up the inside here, though, gaining some positions away from the harvester immediately. In fact, probably similar to the previous race. Still in 6th place after the first couple of corners. Now in the 5th. There's a nice little overtake there on the inside. Holding 5th, going up to 4th temporarily, bit of a contact and we lose the position. Down to 5th as we finish the 1st lap, start the 2nd lap now. We're in contact with the cars ahead, which is good. We just got to keep it. A little bit of contact there between us and 4th place. Now going up the inside of 4th, holding it nicely, and that is position taken, although he's fighting back on the corner. We are going to hold on to it though, so that is 4th place, but trying to correct as the lawnmower gets a little bit out of control. We did see the car ahead get blown up there on the crossing. We gained 3rd temporarily and 4th has come back at us. So down to 4th place now. 3 laps of 6 in. And we're going to actually wreck the car ahead of us and take 3rd place. Instead of overtaking, we're just going to smash him and make sure he can't finish. But that's messed us up on the corner. Overcorrecting, trying to get the lawnmower straight again. And that's going to cost us massively. And that's the problem I find in this. If you mess up a corner and you have to correct yourself, it does really go a bit out of control. Currently in 6th place, that's not what we want here. As we go up the inside of another car, they get knocked off. We're up to 5th, teaching them a lesson at the same time. 4 cars needed to overtake with just over 2 laps to go now. It's doable, but it's going to be close. 5th place is currently ours. 2 laps. Can we get up to a bit past 4th now? 4th is holding on nicely. Over the crossway, no issues. And trying to go up the inside of 4th, but he closes the door. Trying to hold it around the corner. Trying to drift a little bit just to keep the speed high as much as possible. Through the crossway, still in 5th place. 4th is really holding on as we start the final lap. I don't think we've got much hope now of getting first, but we can keep going and give it a go. As we go through the crossway, we're okay there. 4th place currently. 3 cars ahead of us. Still trying to hold it and drift nicely. This corner's tricky in the lawnmower. Find the figure of 8, drifting around there and keeping the speed up really bad. No! We're taken out on the final crossing. And we're actually going to finish this in 8th position. 8 of 16. But we do set a new personal best of 20.540. Which is always good. So 2 personal bests in that race, but not good enough for any points, which is frustrating. So now we're going to look at another race where we've actually got 10 points of 200, so we need to improve on 10. Doesn't mean we've done it before. We're going to lose them 10 points, but we need more anyway. So this is Banger Blitz, Madman Stadium, figure of 8 configuration. I think we're going to start with Killerbee. I think that's a good one to start with. Firefly hasn't done this track before, whereas Killerbee has. I think we stick with Killerbee. Killerbee's personal best for this track is currently 20.840. I think we're going to stick some armour on, only because I'm a little bit concerned of being hit and losing too much. Let's put some armour on. I'm not going to go overboard. We are going to drop down our rating a little bit, but I think a little bit of armour isn't a bad thing. There we go. So, we're ready. We're taking Killerbee into the race on 128 rating with some armour on. Personal best to beat, 20.840. Top 8 needed in the heats as we have a look at the track. So if you all remember this track from before, we've done this race previously. Couldn't score any points. With time to change that now. So, as I say, 20.84 personal best, top 8 needed. Qualifying number 1. Starting in 12th of 16 as we try and get through the first little jump. Trying to aim for the inside of the corner because that's always a good position to be in. Then you're not forced out wide by other cars if you're up the inside. And we gain straight away into 4th position. Remember, we only need a top 8, so 4th is really good. We don't even need to worry about the cars ahead. We can stay where we are. We're just going to hold our own from the cars behind. But that's not the way I generally drive. I like to attack where possible. Trying to go up the inside of 3rd, not quite getting the speed to do so. As we're challenged from behind, getting a bit out of sorts there as we're hit on the next corner. Still trying to force us out of position, but we do keep 4th place. As we are then hit again. He's not happy with us. That car does not like us. Poor rejoin to the racing line by us there as we gain a rival as well. Currently in 6th place as we start the final lap now. Not the ideal way of going, but we're still within a chance of qualifying for the next round. We're just going to hold on to 6th place. We've got a buffer of 2 positions, and I think we've got a bit of a gap to the cars behind. So we could be okay. Wild Crusher wins the race, but we don't need to worry about that. We just need to hold on to 6th place over the crossing, and we've done it. 6th place, and we are happy with that, to be fair. That gives us through into the semi-final. Not a personal best for us, a 21.186 their best lap, but it gives us a semi-finals. So top 8 required again. So let's give this another go. Can we get ourselves through to the final? If we don't, we get no points, so we have to get through. 9th place as we start, 8th place already as we gain a few positions in the pack. Not happy in the pack, trying to go up the inside here and find ourselves in 2nd place within the first corner. That's pretty good. Again, top 8 needed. We can stay here. But I do want to attack as always. Up the inside, maybe a little bit too tight to the barrier there. Holding the car as we get a bit of a drift going on. Challenge from behind, but we should be able to hold it as we give the inside for the corner. And just manage to hold position. We're going very wide though on the corners. We drift a bit too much. Back end goes out. The other 2 cars do similar and they lose away. So we're now in 2nd place still. And I think we're okay for the final here. I think we carry on. No, don't push us too much. Leave us alone. As we are, as things stand, we're in the final. Over the crossing as we start the final lap, we are being challenged by 3rd place, but I'm not overly worried about it. We have a buffer to the cars behind of about 5 positions. Oh, that spin's not going to help though. We gain a new rival And that spin has messed us up massively as we got hit as well. Trying to force the car away. Down in 5th. Now this has changed. Very chilled a minute ago. But that hit and that little spin changed things. But we are in 3rd as we finish the race in 3rd place. So we do qualify for the final. Well, it's not as we wanted. It didn't quite work as planned. But it's enough. So we set a time of 22.056 for 3rd place of 16. And we make it through to the final. No personal best so far, which is a bit disappointing. But final time. We're starting in 5th of 16, which is a good position to start in. Trying to go straight for the inside into 2nd place. Can we get past 1st? We can. Straight into 1st place on the start of the race. Just by nipping up the inside there. Struggling with the corner a little bit though. Can't quite get the car to rotate as much as I want it to. Going around the next one. Trying to hold the inside. We've got a bit of a gap between us and the barrier. As if we don't need to be as tight when there's no cars next to us. But over the first crossing jump to finish the 1st lap. And pretty happy with our position so far. But we are really slow in that corner. Just can't seem to get the car to drift enough to keep the speed high either. But we are in 1st place. So we're doing okay. I'm just hoping the cars behind kind of have an accident and leave us alone. 2 laps in. And we are being challenged from behind. But we should be able to hold on at the end of the 2nd lap. Start of the 3rd. Halfway through the race, and we're currently in 1st, but being challenged and hit. Can't take the corner. The car's forcing us not to be able to take it. We get a bit out of sorts. We're going to find ourselves down in the 6th place now, at about the halfway point of the race. As we hit the barrier on the inside, the car's just not doing what I need it to do, and we have been screwed over by that car there. Massively upset our race as we start the 4th of 6 laps. The yellow car now not allowing us to get through either and take the corner properly. We're now in 9th place. This has gone from bad to worse. We've got a lot of cars to overtake if we have a chance of getting some decent points here. Okay, still being challenged from behind. Up to 7th now, as we're going to start the 5th of 6 laps. And we're in 7th place as we begin the 5th lap. Challenged again from behind there. Really getting caught out. And the cars attacking us and really having a go. Down to 8th now. As we halfway through lap number 5, catching the cars ahead of us though. Got a couple of cars we can hear to gain positions, but we take the corner all wrong. Too much steering into the inside, and it's just going to mess us up massively here. Ah, it's not good. And we've got damage as we're hit on the crossway as well. Ah, that's not good. We're now in 14th place of 16 as we begin the final lap. The race has already been won. Uncle Big Bob has won the race. And yeah, that hit messes up even more than we had already messed up ourselves. 13th place as it stands. I don't think we're going to gain any more here. We shouldn't lose though. And we're going to finish the race in 13th place. Ah, that was rubbish. That really was rubbish. Fastest lap was a 20.984. Nowhere, which is nowhere near a personal best. Just, I don't know. I made some mistakes in the corners, admittedly. But the other cars were so aggressive. I'm glad we had some armour on, to be fair. I don't know how we would have fared without it. But just too aggressive, and we just couldn't gain anything come the end. That crash did us in. So final position, 13. 2 of 2 bonus targets complete. We gained 20 more points. We take it up to 30 points now, 200. So we gained 20. That's good. That's a little improvement. Not amazing, but a little. So we're going to now use Firefly for the next one. Firefly has never raced this track. So we're just looking at some upgrades of Firefly first. But it's his first time. It's going to be interesting to see how we go here. Just because both cars are very different. I find Firefly corners better than Killerbee, I think. I think that's the way around. Yeah, I think Firefly corners better. We'll see as we go, to be fair. And that, yeah, the cornering rating is really high for Firefly, whereas cornering for Killerbee is low. So hopefully that makes a difference. On these tight figure of 8s, I think it will. But I'm not 100%. Spending our money, though. Trying to just get a few more points in. Get as good as we can. I think that's about it, though. We're going to manage any more. Oh, there's a little one there. That'll take us up to 127. I'll do. Right, we need to think about armour now. I'm going to take it all off. Let's go the opposite of what we just did with Killerbee. Let's take it all off. Because that would increase the rating. Yes, we can't get hit as much, but we'll be faster. Accelerate more, which is what I want more than anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so we're going to use Firefly for the first time in this race. Rating of 131, no armour. We've got a Killerbee's personal best for this track of 20.840 to beat. And we know we need a top 8 in the first qualifying round. Let's see what the difference will be. It'd be interesting to see how different the races are. And if can Firefly do something that Killerbee couldn't. Starting in 12th place for the first qualifying race. 3 laps to try and get as high as possible. 8th minimum needed. Already up into 9th place. Going through the middle there. Not the ideal position. But further inside. But making it work for us as we take the corner really nicely. 3rd place already. And I was right. The difference in cornering is immense. Firefly just likes the corners so much better than Killerbee. This could be good. I'm not saying we're going to win. Oh, there's a crash ahead of us though. That's really messed them up. We're in the 1st place as we take the corner really nicely. But we're being forced into the barrier. We didn't like being taken out on the crossover and then didn't like being overtaken and decided it was our fault by the looks of things. We are currently in 2nd though on lap number 2, which is not a bad position. Although, again, forced out wide, overtaken. We're dropping a couple of positions here. Just hold on to 3rd place as we start the final lap of qualifying number 1. Left-hander trying to hold nicely, but yeah, the cornering is so different. Forced into the barrier again. But another car takes out the yellow car that tried to force into the barrier. We narrowly avoid the crossover crash. 3rd place as it stands, and I think it's going to finish that way. Max Russia wins the race. That doesn't matter as long as we get a top 8, and it will be a 3rd place finish for us. And Firefly's first ever time around this track, 22.647, which is probably around 2 seconds slower than Killerbee. I was saying that Firefly seems to corner better, but the lap times don't suggest that, do they? But we had some issues on some laps. Semi-final now, 8th of 16 needed minimum, and we're currently in 3rd place up the inside, but then caught on the barrier on the inside there. Got a little bit too tight, but we do manage to hold on to 1st place. I'm adamant this car is better at this figure of 8s than Killerbee. I know the lap times aren't currently showing it, but it feels better, which is the main thing. It's more comfortable you are, the better it's going to feel, and that always goes well in a race, I think. 1st place as we start the 2nd of the 3rd lap, and all we need to worry about here is the crossover. Make sure all the cars are on past us. I think we're okay, perfect, and we're still in 1st place for semi-final. Doing well. Firefly is showing that it can do this race pretty well. Again, crossover time. Last car's gone with clear. Final lap, 1st place of 16. Doing well. This race has gone smoothly. Got into lead really quickly. Holding out really nicely. Gained a bit of a gap. Oh, bit of a crash in the crossover. But we weren't being hit. We hit a car. That does make a massive difference. Yes, momentum stopped. But we don't all get spun out and smashed up. And we're going to finish the semi-final in 1st place of 16, setting a new personal best for Firefly, 20.937, about 1.1 away from Killerbee's personal best, but an improvement from the 1st round at least. Final race for us and this one. Can we win? We're starting in 1st, brilliant position to start in. Can we hold it? 6 laps this time. Let's see if Firefly can do what Killerbee can't. Remember, Killerbee did gain 20 points more than the 10 we already had, so 30 points out of 200. Let's see what Firefly can do. Halfway through the 1st lap, and we're still in the lead. We've got a bit of a gap to the cars behind as well. Really holding our own here, which is good. This is what we need. Over the crossover. The difference is with this one, is the more laps there is, the more likely that crossover is going to be busy when you approach it. 3 laps, it's not so bad. That final lap can be a bit dodgy, but 6 laps means cars can be more spread out, so that could be an issue. So the last couple of laps are going to be really dodgy on that crossover. But we're finishing lap number 2, and we're smashed up as we cross the line for lap number 3. That's really screwed us over. We were in 1st place and loving life halfway through the race, and the crossover, and I did say as the race goes on that crossover becomes more dangerous, has dropped us down, but we've gained back into 1st place again. I think cars crashed ahead of us, but it worked for us. Back down to 2nd as we get overtaken. Heading on to the start of lap number 4, and we're back in 1st as the car ahead of us gets taken out on the crossover. It is mad, that crossover. That's what makes these races so exciting though, I think, is you don't know what's going to happen. As we hit a car on the crossover, that's messed us up massively, but we're back up and running again. 4th place now. We were in 1st, but that's the risk. And I did say the final laps and when this gets dodgy. We're doing okay though. 4th place as we start the penultimate lap. Lap number 5. Yellow car ahead of us is 3rd. We need to overtake them. We want to gain some position. I think blue car is 2nd. Blue is taken out. Yellow is taken out. We narrowly missed being taken out. Blue wasn't in 2nd as we only gained 1 position after 2 crashes. And we're up to 3rd now, which is pretty good. Over the crossover, can we avoid trouble? We can as we start the final lap. The yellow car is attacking from behind, so we're going to be careful of them. They're taking their position back. And we can't quite hold them off. So down into 4th now. We've got a bit of shield on the crossover, but we're still hit as the car next to us got hit, rolled us over. And Bogeyman has won the race. Is it Bogeyman or Boogeyman? One of the two has won the race. We're in 5th as we're going to cross the line. 5th place of 16. It's frustrating. Killerbee, Firefly sets their own new personal best of 20.900, 0.06 away from Killerbee's personal best on this track. It's going to be an improvement on Killerbee's points. I'm not sure by how much just yet, but it's going to be an improvement. That could have been so much better. And it is that crossover bit that's so dodgy, especially the longer the race goes on. Okay, 5th place, final position, 2 of 2 bonus targets, 120 of 200, a 90-point increase. I'm happy with that. That's something. That's better than nothing. Better than Killerbee did. Okay, let's go on now to a different race. Let's have a look at... Need something, we need more points. Have we got any more zeros? We've got a couple, actually. Front-wheel drive Frenzy. Let's have a look at this one. This is around the Rosenheim Raceway main circuit reverse configuration. And the only car we can use here is Firefly. So, I think previously we've done this race and badly, by the looks of things. 0 points of 200. Firefly does have a personal best at this track and this configuration of 49.527. So we know we've done it before. We know we can do it. We just need to do better. A lot better. So, we're off and running. 3 laps. We're currently struggling to maintain position as we sneak up the inside 90 there. We need to be in the top 4 to progress, by the way, just in case. I don't think I mentioned it. Top 4 to progress in this one. So yeah, tighter bracket, only 8 cars, but we're in 1st place, which is where we need to be. Let's see if we can take as much speed through this next corner. No! Trying to take that corner really tightly to get as much speed through there. And just hit the wall of tyres, which messed us up as we went into the barrier, dropping us down now out of all the positions. Trying to gain this back, and this is still lap number 1, so there is time to come back. Currently 5th, taking the final corner after deciding not to go through the other option. Getting forced off though on the corner. We're still in 5th. We're being overtaken now though. That'll take us down to 6th place. Not ideal, but we're going to start the 2nd lap. We need 2 positions to qualify for the semi-final as we smash the white car out of our way. See you later. We're taking a position. 5th place now with a lap and a half roughly to go. We need 1 position. 1 position to qualify for the semi-finals. It's doable. And we can see a couple of cars ahead of us, so we've got plenty of time to do this. We're lapping a bit. Catching the barrier there a little bit. Trying to take that tightly just to keep our speed up down the hill. Being overtaken up the inside as they're forcing us off the track. Just managed to hold on to it. Another car comes sliding around, catches us unfortunately as we try and take the corner. Now down to 7th place as we decide to take the option route this time. Hitting the tyres there, but slowing down enough to get through. I'm not sure which route's faster there. I'm not sure that was. But we gained a position up to 6th place now with the final lap approaching as we start it now. We need 2 positions on this final lap. I don't know if we're going to do it. It's going to be tight. Left-hander trying to take as much speed in as possible. Get out of the corner nicely. We can see a few cars ahead of us. This is still doable. We just need them to crash, fight, make mistakes. We just need to do a fantastic lap here. Just trying to keep as much speed as possible. Doing that corner really well for the first time in the race. So that's definitely an improvement. Left-hander now. Cars are ahead of us smoking as they brake. Oh, it's going to be tight. We still need 2 positions. Going for the option again this time. Hoping to gain something this way. Hitting the tyres again there. Too much speed as we bounce over. And we're going to be sent back. Oh, that messed us up. We're now down in 7th of 8th place. Too much speed in the option. And we were just sent backwards. Mean Rattler wins the race. And we're going to finish in 7th place of 8. That's frustrating. We're out already. Out already. Okay. we set our best lap was 51.042, which was rubbish compared to Firefly's personal best around that track. So we need some upgrades. We've got to spend some money. Firefly needs to improve. I know I've took the armour off already, but that was poor. Very poor. It's not enough. We need to improve now. So we're going to look at some options to increase the performance. The Firefly itself I really enjoy driving it. It's a really good car. But it lacks a little bit of oomph. So if we can increase that acceleration, good cornering already, but it lacks acceleration. So if we can improve that a little bit, that could help us there. And obviously there were some major errors there. We're catching the barriers. That final choice section, going too much speed in the corner, going over. Not ideal. But we can make up for that this time. So we've gained from 131 rating to 141. Decent upgrade there. And we're going to go again. Firefly is ready. Rosenheim Raceway, main circuit reverse configuration. Personal best, 49.527 for Firefly. And we're ready in the first round. Top 4 needed once again. Starting in 5th place. We need to run away from the cars behind us here. Can we get some kind of position straight away? Trying to hold on to 4th, but we're being attacked everywhere. Up the inside, into 2nd place there. Nice little overtake. We've been losing it as we go a bit wide on the corner. Down to 3rd position now, which is good enough. Remember, top 4 needed, so it's going to be tight. The problem is with these smaller brackets, I think it is harder to get into them qualifying positions because there's less cars to race against. So once the cars get away from you, you're kind of stuck. We're currently in 2nd place now, braking for the corner, taking it nicely. The car ahead gets a bit out of sorts on the exit, but holds it together. We're going to decline the choice section, stay on the tarmac. Right-hander here, we've got to get this right. Taking as much speed as we can into it. Left-hander to follow. Oh, a little bit of a jump over the curb, but we're okay. 2nd place now as we come to the end of lap number 1. Start of lap number 2. 2nd place is good and enough to qualify for the semis. We can just hold position here. I know I like to attack, but we can hold as well. A little bit wide on the corner there on the exit. Not really gaining as much speed as we'd like because we lost the momentum there on the exit. But we're still in 2nd. Bit of a gap to 3rd, which is good. We don't need to challenge 1st place, so we can just follow for a little while. Hope they make a mistake, and then we'll happily take the position. Coming up onto the left-hander, braking nicely. Going really tight to the inside, gaining some time on the car in 1st. Declining the choice again. I think we can take this corner a lot quicker. Right-hander, taking that nicely. Can we get the left-hander right this time? Bit of a bounce once again over the curb, but we're going to end lap number 2 in 2nd place. Final lap now. We're in the top 4, which is what we need. Pretty happy with how this has gone so far. Definitely driven a lot better, and the speed is better as well. Up the inside there of the car in 1st place, and we're going to take it. We're going to take the position and say see you later and try and race away now. Didn't need to do that, but he made a mistake on the corner, and we needed to capitalise. And that gives us a buffer of 3 positions now. A little bit of a barrier hit there, but not losing too much momentum. Give a hit from behind there. Car goes deep as they try and take the position. We hold on really nicely as we're in 1st place. Couple of corners to go, and we're going to make it through to semi-finals by looks of things. As long as we get this right. Right-hander, oh, too deep. Hitting the barrier there, far too deep. We've taken that lovely two laps out of 3. Final lap though, massive mistake, but it doesn't matter. We're going to hold on to 1st place, and that is qualifying for the semi-finals. Wow. We set a new personal best of 48.973, which is roughly, what, half a second quicker than our personal best previously. Pretty happy though. First place is always good, and that starts us in 1st place for the semi-final. Again, top 4 needed. 3 laps. Got to run away. We're already starting 1st. If we have no trouble from behind us run, we are safe. And then we can get through to the final and hopefully gain some points. Very deep for the corner though there. That really slowed us down. Got a gap to the car behind. It's not a big one, but it's there. So we just need to make sure we take this next little section as quickly as possible. I think as we drive these tracks, get used to them, get to know them a little bit. Oh, touch of the barrier. We do get quicker and better because we know the track. We know where the corners, where you can take the speed. The problem is I do like to change car frequently. I know Firefly is the only one allowed for this race, but I think I do like to change car just to vary it up. So getting used to the cars could be a bit tricky as we go deep into the final corners there. Bounce over the curb. And we're going to finish the first lap of this semi-final in first place, just where we need to be. So yeah, getting used to the cars can be tricky because I like to change often. Oh, getting really wrong into the corner there. That massively changed what was meant to happen. But we're doing okay. I'm trying to talk and it's getting too much to do so. Should be really focusing more than anything else. Got to keep our speed up through the section as much as possible. Hitting the tyres there, we've made that mistake previously, but this time it didn't affect us badly. A little bit of a speed loss, but we're okay. Left-hander now as we brake for it. And hit from behind. It's the first time we've been challenged all race so far. And it's going to slow us down massively. Kind of got caught up as well when I went for the choice. We're staying on the tarmac. The right-hander here, maybe a little bit slow, but nice and tight. Left-hander, a little bit of a little bounce over the curb, but we're okay. Dropping down to second place as we begin lap number 3, the final lap. Second is fine. It's enough for us to qualify for the final, so it doesn't matter if we stay here, but we know I'm going to attack if we get the chance. Up the inside there, on the corner. We're taking our position back. See you later. Let's run away now. I don't know who's quicker. That's the only other thing. I don't know which cars are quicker than us. So we're going to take this bit as quickly as we can. Try and hold on. Bit of a barrier touch. That gives the car in second a chance to catch us if we lose a bit of momentum. And we're getting bumped from behind there as the car takes the position. It's all caught up now. This is where we could massively lose out in the final if we're not careful. Car's trying to take the option. We're in the way. We have got past him, but I don't know where we're going to end up here. Very, very deep on the final section. Left-hander now and a run to the line. We're into first. How did we do that? We kind of took the corner, jumped over the curb, and we're in first place. And we're going to finish the semi-final in first place. Wow. Our fastest lap, a 51.532, so a little bit off our personal best, but it's enough for the final, and that's what we're after. Okay, final time, nothing matters but first place, and we've got 0 points in this so far, so we're gaining points in the amount we need to win the championship and move on. That's a bonus, but still only 3 laps. This is going to be quick and hectic. We need to hold on to this first place where we start. Very deep for the corner, we're doing okay. As much speed as possible through this next section. Got a gap to the cars behind. We just need to increase that gap. We know we've made mistakes previously. We're kind of getting used to where we've got to do things. Oh, got a bit awkward there. That slowed us down. On the tarmac section, left-hander now. Now, I do think the choice section is slower. I think if you can take the tarmac section here really well, especially the first corner of it, I think you are quicker. So right-hander, nicely done. Not too deep, but not tight enough really to the apex to gain, and a little bit slow there on the final corner, but we are going to finish lap number 1 of 3 in first place in this final. Lap number 2 to start, and just trying to hold as much speed as possible around these corners. We've been going deep here quite a bit, this time a little bit tighter, seem to gain a little bit more momentum, better exit, so now we can keep running away from the cars behind. Doing well so far. I don't want to jinx it, I'm a little bit concerned, but because the cars behind can catch any minute. Currently we're doing okay. Narrowly missing the barrier there, very tight to it, but it's worked for us. Left-hander braked a bit too early there, lost loads of speed and momentum. As we exit the corner though, we're still okay. Cars behind are catching, and that's a big concern now. Right-hander, not quite as tight as it should be, a little bit deep as well. It's going to mess us up for the final. Ah, I spun it! No! Curb kind of caught us out there and spun us round. We're dropping a few positions. Now in the third, now in the 4th place as we begin the final lap. We've got 1 lap to gain 3 positions that we've held this whole race. There's the first one. But a little bit, oh no, that's gone wrong in the corner massively there. Come on, we can do this. A couple of corners left to go. We can still do this. First is still possible. We'll try and take as much speed through this section, quicker than they are if possible. Oh no, we've got the, no. That's gone wrong. Badly wrong. Down in 8th. We're winning the race for 2 laps. Messed up the final corners. Dropped down to 4th or 3rd. Final lap. And just messed it up. Look at the state of us. Smashed to bits. Into the barrier as well, just for good riddance. You know, as you do. And yeah. That's changed the complexion of things. We're going to finish the final 8th of 8th with a best lap of 52.299. Not happy with that. That's poor. We were in the lead for so long. And just one mistake. In a small race like that, a short race especially, one mistake's all it takes. And you lose it all. Okay, let's see what we've gained. We gained points, I think. 8th place, 1 of 2 bonus targets, 80 of 200 points. That's an increase from 0 to 80. I'll take it. And that's it for today. We're going to finish this episode on 1,145 championship points at 1,200. We have earned 190 points today. Could have been better. There were some mistakes that really messed us up and changed our results. But a pretty good day of points all round. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this Wreckfest series on the channel. If you are, don't forget to like the video as it really helps a lot. We'll see you next time for more Wreckfest.